Good morning. What's happening, my friends? Gotta get this thing level, man. What is up? Skibidi-boo. Can't get my camera level, man. Bothering me. Let's see. Here we go. Good morning, everybody. It's Johnny Sunshine. It's 7 o'clock, man. I've been up for an hour. My body's aching a little bit. I've been running hard lately in August, and it's been hot out. It's tough to break that cycle of growing up north where it gets cool in September, you know? Things start to cool off and you have that mindset. And even though I've been here for so long, I can't shake that. And I'm thinking, oh, we're almost done. And we're not. We're not. It's going to be November, man, before it's fucking cool again. Or at least manageable. I went to Detweiler's yesterday, man, and there were a lot of people there. I was at the deli counter, and then these two other plumbers walked up, and the only people in the goddamn store that were soaking wet and looked like they were killing themselves working were the three plumbers standing at the deli line. And it's fucking labor intensive being a plumber, man. A lot of, you know, if you're a go-getter, you know, if you're just a lazy fuck and you just want, you know, walk around, you know, not really with a purpose, you're probably not going to break a sweat, whether you're a plumber or not. But I told the guys, I said, how come we're the only ones in here who look like we've been working? And it brings me to this cheap fucking tightwad I worked for yesterday, you know. I charged the guy $250, man, to put 2 flappers in or rebuild a tank. I gave him the spray in the kitchen. It didn't match, but what the fuck? He had his hose and the spray laying in the sink for the last 6 months. And I knew he was a cheap bastard when I got to the house. Or he sent me the pictures before I got there of all the shit that he ordered from Home Depot. Just, you know, doing everything he can to keep his price low. Like, yeah, you're not going to sell me any fucking material. You know, I'm going to buy it and have it here, even if it's the wrong shit. Some people are like that. I don't care. I'm getting paid what I want to get paid, and I'm going to give you what I think is a fair price for in a good job. But if you don't want to spend the money, you know, get what you pay for, man. I don't give a fuck. And it just killed me that he wanted a picture of me with the money in my hand. Like, Johnny don't spend a lot of time writing up invoices, you know. This isn't your normal business. I deposit every check in my business account. I don't know. That guy rubbed me the fucking wrong way from the get-go. And I joke around, but, you know, at one point I got pissed. I was like, listen, you fucking motherfucker. And I was tempted to just walk out of there, but I stayed the course. I got his shit done. And, I'll you know, if he calls me, I'll go back there. But it's the same thing, man. Johnny does what Johnny does. And if you want me to do something that Johnny don't do, it ain't gonna happen, Jackson. It was funny, though, man. just what, and I'm sure the guys, he's talking about building houses. Yeah, I just built 2 houses. And he told me, on the way over, he said, when you get on the street, you'll see my silver Lexus in the driveway. And I'm like, good for you, man. You're successful. But being a tightwad just ain't right. It ain't right. And people have to deal with that shit all the time. And we work hard for our money, man. We work hard for the money. Who sang that song? Leave the answer in the comment section. I kind of like these questions I ask. You gotta remind me what the question was. Don't just give me the answer. Who sang, "We work hard for the money"? Let me think. At 61, there is literally a song for everything you think. So it's Wednesday morning. My body's a little sore. I had my pool cleaned yesterday. I haven't been in the spa in, 4, 5, 6 days. I don't know. Don't remember when the last time I went in, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to go out here. I'm going to have a cup of coffee, sitting in the spa, soak the bones a little bit. I go out to open the door and I realize my pool's running at 6 o'clock in the morning, which is it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to shut off at 5 or 6 o'clock. So right there, I know there's a fucking issue. And it's most likely got to do with the pool guy who came yesterday, which is, the pool service I have is a good service. They do a nice job. The pool looks beautiful all the time. Problem is, I've had them for 6 months maybe, or a little longer, but people come and go like the wind down here. Employees, a lot of them are older guys, and in August, they just can't handle it, man. They can't run from house to house doing pools. You're out in this heat all fucking day. And typically pools, there's no shade. Anyways, the guy came yesterday and my pool, my automation, the remote and all that shit's not working. I couldn't turn the spa on this morning to take a fucking jump in that spa. Which I was like, okay, whatever. I just go with it, man. It's another day. Something else needs to be fixed. It's the way it is. Got my taxes yesterday for my property. They're going up, man. And they're not supposed to go up more than 3% a year. And it sure is more than 3%. So this property appraiser, he's in bed with fucking DeSantis, and he's making it hard for people to stay in Florida. But where do you go? Where do you fucking go? But there's a movement down here, I believe, in Florida, for these fucking hedge fund motherfuckers to own all the fucking land down, all the property. And unfortunately, the Republican legislature and Ron DeSantis, we're just getting killed down here under his leadership. Our expenses have gone through the fucking roof under this guy. And it is what it is, These people keep voting against their best interest. But sometimes you gotta get hit by that same fucking bus 20 fucking times before you realize how to cross the street, They ain't working for us, them boys. Anyways, I gotta go put a toilet in today for one of the managers over there at Detweiler's. They bought the toilet, so it's on site. I'm just going to go over there, throw this thing in, drag the other toilet out, and dispose of it. That right there is I drop them off at Gorman's. And Gorman's got a new dumpster out there because of the volume of shit that comes in there. They let us throw our garbage in their dumpster. Unfortunately, the goddamn dumpster is about 6 or 7 feet high. And somebody's going to get hurt throwing shit, lifting toilets up that high all together. Well, actually, they have dealt with that situation. They have a little thing for their lift. You could put your toilets on this little tray, that they can pick up and dump in the thing, but it's always full. Anyways, then I got to go pull and reset a toilet today. An easy day. Yesterday was a very productive day. My repipe got inspected, and I was just amazed that I realized that this permitting, and they don't care. It's just all about getting that money in, man. Feeding that fucking machine. I drive into that fucking office over there, the county, and they've got like 5,000. Let's see how many employees Sarasota County has. I think it's 5,000. The biggest employer in this county. Sarasota. I can't find my business phone. And it takes a lot of money to, feed that animal. Especially because they got bennies out the fucking ass. Their gross domestic product, what they put out. If it was any other business, they'd be bankrupt. Because they don't do anything. Really. I mean, I was amazed at all of this fucking bullshit. And putting people out. So that this fucking guy can walk in and 2 minutes later walk out and not even look at anything. It's just amazing to me. What a fucking joke, man. Not that I want the guy, going through and looking at every inch of every fucking thing, but Jesus Christ, man. Somebody had to take a day out of work yesterday for this inspection that they had no idea when the fucking guy was going to show up. All the bullshit about insurance. It appears that this whole thing, the county and inspections and building codes are all designed to minimize the losses for the fucking insurance industry. They don't care about us. It's all about making sure that insurance company, the industry of insurance, does not take it on the chin. So, I don't know. I'm kind of... I think Americans are realizing that this whole system that we have, and it's just gotten so much worse, man, under our current administration and the people in power, man. The whole system is designed to keep us in a fucking box, man. And every time we move, they got their fucking hand out. And if you don't play by the rules, now you're breaking the fucking law. And then you can get really fucked. It reminds me of that movie, The 13th Amendment. When they freed the slaves, there's a couple lines in that amendment that say, yeah, you're free and all this stuff, and these are all your new rights, unless you break the law. And that's where we are, man. That motherfucking, and down here in Florida, it's Snitchville. I never even heard of anything like call the county and drop a dime on somebody. It's like, are you kidding me? These people who are, limited government, they use the government, man, to come at, to fuck with anybody they don't like. The fucking anonymous code enforcement. I've had code enforcement at my house 3 or 4 fucking times, man. And it's just a strange place, guys. Be careful before you move here. They talk about, yeah, people are moving to Florida. Yeah, well, on the other side of the highway heading north, there are more people heading the fuck out of here. And a lot of them are Canadian. You're like, we're out of this fucking place. Whatever. So this guy, I mean, one of my beefs is with 5,000 employees, and literally every time you pull up to a red light in Sarasota, there's at least a couple of fucking county vehicles sitting there burning fucking gas, and some guy sitting there in the air conditioning who hasn't really done much that day. I have to think that the biggest demand or problem or the toughest thing to do in that job is to stay awake. I mean, I really think that these people struggle to stay the fuck awake, because they don't do anything. I mean, really. This guy, this inspection yesterday, the guy never got past. He took 10 steps into the fucking garage. He looked at the washing machine, looked at the water heater, walked into the kitchen, looked underneath to make sure there was a hammer arrestor on the dishwasher, and I showed him the ice maker box with the hammer arrestor, and he was like, "You're good." I was like, "That's it?" I thought you were supposed to make sure there was water to every fixture, I mean, he couldn't even take the time to go around and turn each faucet on, I mean, the whole other side of the house could have no water to it. But it's good. It's a fucking joke, man. That's what frustrates people, man. The fucking hell they put us through, and the fucking goddamn the power they have to fucking destroy your life, man, is just not good, man. And then it ain't easy owning a business. Then you go, over to some fucking tightwad's house who's probably sitting on a couple $1,000,000, Good for him. I have no problem with that. But sometimes I feel like the monkey in the fucking middle, Out here working for the fucking insurance. So much money. I'm just the middleman. The shit comes in and goes right back out the fucking door to an insurance company, to a fucking taxes. It's getting hard for the American people to survive. And we've about had it, man. We've had it. And I think the people who voted for this administration realized they were fucking bullshitted. And none of the shit, your life has not changed, man. That's the reality of it. They've done nothing for you. They've done something for you. They've made your life even fucking harder. So there's going to be a fucking uprising. This is where YouTube now will say this is not good stuff. This guy, he can't be talking like that. It's all a big system, guys. Unfortunately, there are people. This plan, this 2025 plan that they've implemented, I really have big concerns about what's going on in this country, man. I look at this National Guard shit up in Washington, D.C. Thousands of fucking National Guard. In any other country, that would be an occupation. Like the military has come in and has occupied the power center of the country. And if these motherfuckers don't want to leave, they have the military already installed in Washington, D.C. It's pretty scary. And it's happening right before our eyes, man. Anyways. So I gotta set a couple of toilets. I gotta make sure I go to Gorman's today and get a credit on that fucking dented water heater that I got. I'm gonna start. You know what pisses me off? I get a couple of bad heaters, and then I'm like, fuck this, I'm not doing this anymore. I start opening the boxes, which lends itself to damaging the damn thing on the way to the job, because it's out of the box or not packaged. And I start opening them up there and make the fucking guy who brought it out look at it with me, so it's witnessed, you know? I mean, I actually had a guy at Gorman's tell me, well, what's to stop you from fucking denting the heater on every job? Really? You think I'm going to go out in the driveway and hit the fucking water heater with a goddamn 20-pound sledgehammer to fucking do that kind of damage to it? Are you fucking kidding me? I said I am fucking totally offended by that fucking statement. You are fucking... I have something called integrity and fucking honesty is part of my being. And that, what you just said to me, I needed to talk to his boss about that. This was at Gorman's. I fucking lit him up for that. So this fucking guy trying to buy a fucking hand truck off of this guy on Facebook Marketplace. And I got a real beef with these people, man. It's a nice hand truck, aluminum, $40 fucking dollars, and it's got a long tongue on it. The long tongue makes all the difference in the world for pulling toilets and shit out of houses. But this guy, man, you know, they post shit on Facebook Marketplace, and then you click on it, is it still available? And then 3 fucking days later, the asshole will respond, yes. And then I say, okay, I want it. And then 2 fucking days later, they call and say, okay, you want to meet me somewhere? It's like, no, I don't want to meet you somewhere. I want to beat the fuck out of you. That one's going to get YouTube. That's not within our fucking guidelines to keep you in a box. My shit's real, guys. Anyways, this asshole finally fucking called me back. I gotta go pick this thing up. It's a good hand, a hand truck, a new one, aluminum, with that long tongue is pretty expensive, man. And I just can't see myself spending $200-300 on a fucking hand truck. I mean, I've got like 5, 6, 7 hand trucks, but they're all, you know, not the best. I don't have an aluminum one. The eyes are doing great, guys. I still use eye drops, and some days I go a long time without them. But at least they're preservative free, man, and they're not destroying my eyes. My eyes are on the mend. It's going to take some time for them to recover. How many minutes do we have? I got to call this fucking asshole back while he's close to his phone. Alright, guys, so it's almost 25 minutes. I'm going to cut this short. We'll get some footage today, hopefully, with that new hand truck. It needs a good pressure washing. It looks like it was used in like a kitchen situation. Like it's just kind of grimy, like a kitchen grime, you know, not like oil and grease and shit like that, but just that commercial kitchen grime. Needs to be cleaned up. I think my pressure cleaner will clean that thing up and it'll look brand new. And maybe the tire's a little wonky on it. But what I normally do is when I go to look at stuff like that, when you can get a good look at it, get a model number and a name, Pull it up on the internet, man. Do a search, and if it's a $50 fucking hand truck and he wants $40 and it's beat to shit, you say, what are you, fucking kidding me? I'll give you $10, man, and a slap for fucking dragging me out here for this goddamn thing. And another thing I noticed is there are people, these guys who are retired, this is their business, man. As soon as something pops up on those sites, Craigslist and Marketplace, they snap it up quick, man. They get that shit quick, and then you'll see the same exact thing listed a couple days later for 3 times the price. They know what they're looking. I mean, that's their hustle, you know. So be careful. You got to get the shit quick, is my advice. Check it every day, y'all. I enjoy it, man. I always, even though I don't need anything, I got more shit than one man needs or deserves. And, so I gotta show you something. Hang on, I'm gonna pause this. Alright guys, so I was very psyched about my new table. I cleaned up my angels, man. I soaked these in my laundry tub last night in a lot of bleach because they were really, really dirty, man. I got up this morning, rinsed them all off, and I just gotta tell you, man, I love these things. And you know the funny thing is, I found this in the trash, man. I found these two in the trash. They're beautiful. Look at this. Gorgeous. And these. Beautiful, man. We're gonna put them right here, so that when I sit here in the morning when it's not fucking sweltering out, I gotta clean this lanai. Look at this fucking frog shit all over my sill. Anyways, we're gonna end on that note. I'm gonna take a picture. I'm gonna try to make this my thumbnail. We're gonna try. Johnny's gonna try to learn a little bit more about this YouTubes. See ya. Have a great day, y'all. It's Wednesday. Humpty Hump Day.